The meetings happened at Augusta National, behind closed doors. While the world watched the Masters, Bryson DeChambeau was doing something else. He was plotting. According to explosive new reports, the two-time U.S. Open winner used his spare time at golf's most sacred ground to discuss a possible return to the PGA Tour. Secret meetings, multiple organizations, a future that could change everything. But that is not all. Bryson has also made it clear to both tours that he has a nuclear entry-fee option. He is willing to walk away from professional golf entirely, become a full-time YouTuber, play only the majors, 2.67 million subscribers, and counting. No LIV, no PGA Tour, just Bryson, a camera, and the 4 biggest tournaments in the world. Now, for the first time, he is speaking. And what he just said is unbelievable. This is Golfio. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The golf world was rocked last week by news that Saudi Arabia's public investment fund is preparing to end its financial support of LIV Golf. The blank check that built the Rebel League has been closed. LIV has lost more than $5 billion since its launch in 2022. And now, its biggest star is caught in the middle of a high-stakes game of poker with both tours. Bryson DeChambeau's contract with LIV expires at the end of the 2026 season. He signed a $125 million deal for 4.5 years when he joined in 2022. Now, with the league's future in doubt, he is exploring every possible option. According to a report by The Athletic, DeChambeau used his spare time at the Masters tournament earlier this month to discuss a possible return to the PGA Tour. He reportedly met with multiple unnamed organizations about a LIV departure. The timing could not have been more dramatic. Just days earlier, LIV's Mexico City event had descended into chaos. DeChambeau was caught on video complaining about destroyed grass and sarcastically asking, "Guys, this is what we're playing on apparently." He missed a 2-foot putt and reacted with his arms spread wide in disbelief. Then, before the final round, he withdrew, citing a wrist injury. He was 16 shots behind the leader. 2 weeks, 2 meltdowns. One player whose future has never been more uncertain. And now, the secret meetings at Augusta are coming to light. The narrative was set. Bryson is unhappy. Bryson is leaving. Bryson is finished. But then, something unexpected happened. Bryson DeChambeau spoke. As long as, well, LIV is here, I would figure out a way for it to make sense. Those words, spoken by Bryson DeChambeau in an interview with Flushing at Golf, have become the most talked about quote in professional golf. They are a declaration of loyalty at a moment when loyalty seemed impossible. But they are also something else. A hint, a clue, a carefully worded statement that leaves the door open to everything. Notice what he did not say. He did not say, "I am staying with LIV." He did not say, "I am returning to the PGA Tour." He said, "As long as LIV is here." That is the key. That is the hint. Because LIV might not be here much longer. The Saudi Public Investment Fund has announced a strategy shift, focusing on technology and artificial intelligence investments. LIV is funded only through the end of the 2026 season. Beyond that, nothing is guaranteed. So what happens if LIV is not here? Bryson did not answer that question directly, but his other comments provide clues. "We're still working on a potential contract," he said. "I haven't given up on that, and I think there will be a solution. But as of right now, my job is to help make the league work after this year. I just feel like I have a responsibility. I've put a lot of effort into it. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to make this work." He was then asked what will happen if they cannot make it work. That was when he uttered the now famous line, "As long as LIV is here, I would figure out a way for it to make sense." The implication is clear. If LIV is not here, all bets are off. And that is the hint that has the golf world buzzing. Because if LIV collapses, Bryson DeChambeau becomes a free agent, the most marketable player in golf, available to the highest bidder. And the PGA Tour is watching very closely. PGA Tour CEO Brian Rolap has been paying attention. In a recent interview on the Pat McAfee Show, he addressed the possibility of bringing DeChambeau back. Brooks came back onto the tour because he made a phone call and said, "Look, I'm out of my contract. I'm ready to come back," Rolap said. "So we're thinking about it. We'll react when we have an opportunity to react. I'm interested in whatever makes the PGA Tour better. Fans want the best players playing together. That is a significant statement. The PGA Tour is not closing the door on Bryson DeChambeau. In fact, they are keeping it wide open. But there is a catch. DeChambeau already had the opportunity to return to the PGA Tour earlier this year through the returning member program. That program was developed as Brooks Koepka departed LIV for his return to the PGA Tour earlier this year, also declining. The option to return were Jon Rahm and Cameron Smith. DeChambeau, Rahm, and Smith were the only three LIV stars who were offered a path back. All three said no. So why would DeChambeau change his mind now? The answer is simple. The circumstances have changed. When DeChambeau declined the returning member program, LIV's future seemed secure. The Saudi money was flowing. The league was expanding. Now, everything is different. The PIF is pulling back. LIV's survival is in doubt. And DeChambeau's contract is running out. The leverage has shifted. The PGA Tour knows it. And Rolap's comments suggest they are ready to act when the moment is right. But there is another factor in this equation. A factor that makes Bryson DeChambeau unlike any other player in golf history. His YouTube channel. 2.67 million subscribers. Millions of views per video. A media empire that exists entirely outside the traditional structures of professional golf. Greg Norman, the former LIV Golf CEO, has been watching Bryson's rise with pride. "Look what we did for Bryson DeChambeau, right?" Norman told Dan Rappaport. He got his IP back, and look at him now on social media. He's got a massive YouTube following. If he stayed on the PGA Tour, that probably wasn't going to happen. Norman is right. The PGA Tour restricted players' ability to create content for other channels during Bryson's time there. LIV gave him freedom, and he used that freedom to build something extraordinary. His Break 50 videos featuring Adam Sandler and Donald Trump are immensely popular. He has series like Trying to Make a Hole-in-One over his house. He has built a brand that does not need the PGA Tour, and he has used that brand as leverage. According to The Athletic, DeChambeau has even used his YouTube success as a leverage play with all potential suitors, indicating he is open to only filming content and playing the 4 major championships. That is the nuclear option. No LIV, no PGA Tour. Just Bryson, a camera, and the 4 biggest tournaments in the world. Dan Rappaport, speaking on Dan on Golf, thinks that if anyone could pull this off, it is Bryson. He is the only guy I think could actually do it, and not have his play suffer, Rappaport said. It would be completely unprecedented. There is this prevailing wisdom in golf that you need to be playing before a major championship. But Bryson is a unicorn. He is one of a kind. Others disagree. Michael Kim, a PGA Tour winner, pushed back hard. "I just have a hard time believing this. You can't replace real competition reps. Breaking 50 with LeBron James isn't the same as going against Scottie Scheffler at Hilton Head. Nice negotiation tactic, but winning majors is his main goal. And playing on the PGA Tour is the best way to get ready." Whether Bryson is serious about the YouTube-only path or just using it as leverage, one thing is certain. It has both tours scrambling, and it makes his next move the most anticipated decision in golf. So where does Bryson DeChambeau go from here? Let me break down 3 possibilities. Possibility 1, he stays with LIV. In this scenario, Bryson signs a new contract with LIV, not necessarily for the $500 million that has been rumored, but for something that makes sense for both sides. He continues to be the face of the league, the Crushers continue to dominate, and LIV Golf finds a way to survive beyond 2026, perhaps through new investors or a merger with the PGA Tour. This is the outcome Bryson says he wants. "I'm going to do everything in my power to make it work," he said. The question is whether his power is enough. Possibility 2. He returns to the PGA Tour. This is the scenario that fans are desperate to see. LIV collapses, or Bryson chooses to leave. He negotiates a return to the PGA Tour, following the path that Brooks Koepka blazed. The sport's biggest stars are reunited. The Civil War ends, and Bryson competes against Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and the rest of the world's best on a weekly basis. The Athletic reported that DeChambeau and his longtime agent, Connor Moore, have been preparing for this possibility, taking meetings at the Masters to discuss options if he chooses to leave LIV. The groundwork has been laid. Possibility 3. He becomes a full-time YouTuber. This is the wild card scenario. Bryson walks away from professional golf entirely. No LIV, no PGA Tour. Just his YouTube channel and the 4 major championships. He has over 2.67 million subscribers. His videos regularly draw over 2 million views. He is charming, charismatic, and camera-ready. Could he actually do it? Could he win a major as a YouTuber? The golf world is divided, but one thing is clear. Bryson DeChambeau has options, more options than any player in golf history. And that is why his next decision will be the most important in the sport. My final take is this. Bryson DeChambeau is not just hinting at a PGA Tour comeback. He is positioning himself for maximum leverage. He is talking to both tours. He is threatening to walk away entirely. And he is building a media empire that gives him the freedom to do whatever he wants. The hint is not about where he is going. Though, hint is that he has not decided yet. And that uncertainty is the most powerful weapon he has. This is Golfio. If you made it to the end of this video, you care about the real stories behind the game. Subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into the moments that matter. And leave a comment below. Should Bryson return to the PGA Tour, stay with LIV, or become a full-time YouTuber? I will see you in the next video. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.